What's up, YouTube? You're inside the edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm here with another episode, and today I'm going to talk about the Patriots. I'm going to talk about our depth chart at running back. I think what compelled me to make this video is, looking at the draft. We didn't draft the running back, so it had me thinking, okay, well, what do we have on offense? So it had me kind of like itching my head, like, we all think of, our running backs, and we think of Ramondre Stevenson. That's the name that we always think about. But we definitely got some new signings as far as James Robinson. We signed him earlier this year. J.J. Taylor, he was a rookie last year with Pierre Strong Jr. And we have Kevin Harris. That's a guy that didn't really get much playing time. And none of these running backs really got much playing time last year. It seems like Ramondre Stevenson, it seems like he picked the bulk load of the offense last year, being a pass catcher. I think he led our team in receptions. It's crazy, a running back, right? But I think this year the focus needs to be, how can we utilize other players where Ramondre Stevenson doesn't have to run the football every snap and doesn't have to do too much. And I think, Pierre Strong Jr. can equivocate that as far as what he brings to the table. I mean, I know he didn't really have a huge impact last year. I think a lot of guys on offense didn't really get an opportunity or get enough, attempts, a lot of targets. Last year was just, it was just a huge saga between, Pat Patricia and, what he did on with our offense last year. I mean, it was just a sloppy job. It just wasn't, a good season last year on offense. And I think this year, the biggest thing that needs to happen this year is for our offense is how can we keep the chains moving? How can we keep our offense on the field? I think the most frustrating thing last year was not being able to capitalize on our defense when it came to touchdowns or even interceptions. I just think our offense did not produce enough. And this year, that has to change. Our offense has to be on the field, and just to give our defense a breather, just to give our defense time to recuperate on different series and what they see. So it's a lot of pressure on this offense to really progress. And I think adding pieces and just trying to get guys involved, that's the only way we're going to get better as a team. So with Pierre Strong, I think he's a really good running back. I think he's our fastest running back. He has some explosiveness. He's a guy that once he turns down the sideline, he can pick up a huge gain. This is a guy that can move the chains with given the opportunity. And I think last year, I think he made his starting debut, I believe around week 14. So I still don't know why, we didn't use him earlier in the season, why he didn't get enough reps. I think that's just a big question mark. I have to just try to read more into exactly why he didn't get enough reps, because I don't believe he was injured. And I don't know why Patricia didn't insert him into the offense. But look at what he did against that Cardinals game. I mean, this guy, he had 5 carries for 70 yards. I mean, he had an impactful game. So I think with that game, it did bring his confidence up, and I hope that he can carry that momentum heading into this season. And just given the opportunity, if he works hard in training camp, I think he can be our secondary running back. With James Robinson, I could see him being more of a third down back. But with Pierre Strong Jr., I think he's a guy that we can use to be, a guy that we can give him some carries. And I also think he could be a pass catcher as well, and that's like his versatility. So I think Bill O'Brien, that's a working project he's gonna have to work on with Pierre Strong. I know with Bill Belichick, with the young players, you always want to teach young running backs on how to pick up coverages, how to read defenses, how to pick up blitzes, because one missed block can lead to a strip sack. One missed block, one mistake could lead to an interception. All those kind of things. So I think being a running back is more than just running with the football and being a pass catcher. You also have to know, like, your blocking schemes, because one mistake can, mess up an entire game. Literally one possession could do that. So I think with Pierre Strong, like I mentioned, I mean, this guy, he's lightning fast, and he does have that burst. He does have that second gear. He does have just this feel for the field where he can just find space. He's really shifty. He just has a really good awareness, and I think he's going to blossom this year given the opportunity. But I think he should be the biggest name on our offense. Well, not the biggest name, but as far as, what player needs to progress, I think he could be a candidate as far as, with Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton, I'm sorry. As much as people was like, yo, we should get a receiver, I mean, this guy was drafted in the 2nd round last year. So we got to, before we could even think about signing other players, I mean, we got to know what we have. So with Pierre Strong, I think he's going to get the job done given the opportunity. But I think this is just one name a lot of people aren't talking about. And even just our running back, depth, I still think a lot of people aren't talking about that. But it looks like this is what we're going with. Bill Belichick feels confident with the guys that we have. I still think that Kevin Harris, he has a long way to go. J.J. Taylor has a long way to go, but I think Pierre Strong Jr. has a strong chance at being our secondary running back. Just because he can do a lot, his ability to run with the football and also be a pass catcher, we could use him for so many different dynamic plays. Probably put him in some wide receiver, running back screen plays. I think we can utilize him in so many different ways. But with that being said, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to hear your opinion on how you feel about Pierre Strong and what he can do for this Patriots team, because it seems like no one is talking about him, but I think he can really be, our secondary running back that can do a lot of good things, that can take the bulk load off of Ramondre Stevenson. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna definitely do a lot more Patriot videos, and let's get ready for training camp and TAs. So it's gonna be an exciting off season. I'm excited to do this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.